Hey, what's up? I'm gonna get my bait out now. I didn't even hook up my rod yet. Okay, I'm back. Yeah, it's just a pop-up stream. I mean, I wasn't even planning on going live today. But when I came down here and fished against Pork Chop, I left my rod holder behind. No, lucky enough, it was still here. So I figured, well, might as well fish with them here anyhow. Big fish just jumped in front of you. Yep. Well, you better jump on my hook. He might jump on your hook. Well, I kind of think it was a carp. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, these rod holders, they're not cheap either. They're like $20 for the rod holder and then 10 for shipping. I mean, so yeah, I was real happy to find it because I only ever had 3 of them to begin with. Here's what it looks like. That one there. It's like the Walmart one, but a lot stronger, a lot bigger and thicker. Did you cast out far? All right. No, I don't. No pen. Yeah, it's like I guess it was 86 degrees when I looked at it in the car. But I got a nice spot here in the shade, so it's not terrible. There's a little bit of a breeze, so there's really no bugs. Pretty perfect day. Hey, Fracture Fix, how's it going? Yeah, I came down here because I lost my rod holder, and lucky enough it was here. And actually, they might have done right what you just said, because it was on the path, right at the beginning of the path. So somebody may have found it and put it there for me to get it. At any rate, I'm glad I found it. 89 in your house. Oh, the AC is out. You know, I didn't even bother putting my AC in. We have we live out on a mountain, so there's always a breeze. And so far, the window fans have been doing it. We only had a couple days that were around 90. But even though it's like 86 here, say I'm down in the valley now. It's 86 in the valley, but back up on the mountain at my house, it's probably only like 80. Looks like we got 4 people in here. 5 people in here, 2 people chatting. I got lurkers. Who's lurking? Steve Locke. How's it going? Yeah, if this looks familiar, this is where I was fishing against pork chop. Like I said, I lost my rod holder. Came down here, and sure enough, it was still here. So I figured as long as I'm down here, might as well try fishing for an hour or so. So I got my rod out, and Turtle Lady's with me, but she's down to my right of ways. She's got a rod out. She's just off camera a little bit. So we do have 2 out, but we're separated. But yeah, you can't beat this weather. They were talking about thunderstorms and showers off and on all week. This looks like a perfect day here, other than the full moon at night, you know. But we plan on fishing Thursday night. We're gonna fish full moon or not on Jody's challenge. So see how we do. Last time I fished Jody's challenge, I won it with channel cats. But I think channel cats are spawning since then. Yeah, and it's a good one too, Fracture Fix. It's this heavy Rippin' Lips rod holder. Yeah, I bent it a little bit, but hit a rock the one day I was pounding it in. Yeah, it's pretty heavy gauge. Pulls the rods real nice. I got those rod holders before inflation. They were $10 a piece. Now they're $20 a piece and $10 shipping. Well, I'll be happy if I just get one big one. You know, get them off spawn. That's kind of like why I'm here too, to see if they're still on spawn or not. The small ones that they weren't, you know, the 3 and 4 pounders, they were around, but the bigger 10 and 12 pounders, I haven't found them in a good month now. Since John Euler's tournament was the last time I caught one 10 pounds, 10 and a quarter. Hey, Wildcat, Uncle Lou, how you doing? Yeah, I was just showing these guys. I came down here to find my rod holder, and lucky it was still here. It's this Rippin' Lips, the heavy duty. You can see I bent it, but I'm glad I found it. I lost that the other day here. What was that? Thursday. Thursday. Thursday, wasn't it? Yeah, the pork chop tournament. I left it behind. But I got a piece of bluegill on. What are you using? You got a piece of bluegill? All right. Yeah, we both got bluegill on. See what happens. Hey, that was a good cast. Oh, okay, Team David. Uncle Lou, you getting that heat wave over there yet? Heard you guys are getting it out there in the 90s and close to 100. Not that bad here. I mean, almost. It's 86 now. Yeah, actually, I got a new doctor today. I went to see my new doctor. She said that surgery looked good, and now the next battle for me is I'm going to try to quit smoking. So I got prescription for the gum and the patch. We'll see how that works out. So I'm on my last pack of cigarettes now, I hope. What are you hitting, triple digits? Uncle Lou. Probably high humidity. That'll make it miserable. When the humidity's up and the temperature's up. Bad combination. Now, here it's 86, but one, I'm sitting in the shade, and two, we got a pretty nice little breeze going on. Probably 5, 6 mile an hour breeze, so it doesn't feel bad at all. See, we got a heat wave early in the year here where it was like 90. And I think what that did was it put all the bigger fish, the 10-pound plus fish, put all them on spawn early. Because usually our spawn doesn't start until first week of July. Then it usually lasts for the whole month of July. So I think they went early this year. Because even they had a big flathead tournament over the weekend. And the numbers weren't, the numbers were down quite a bit from last year. I mean, there was still big fish caught, but just not as many as what they did last year. Like I said, I think just because it was that early heat wave. 107, wow. With the heat index, that's terrible. But yeah, that early heat wave, I guarantee it got them all on spawn. I noticed some of even the small ones I caught were showing signs of spawn and big lips, big purple lips, and they're all key signs that they're spawning. New Jersey fishing Manic. What's going on, Manic? Crazy Hillbilly, hello. Manic, how many fish you get today? Half Century, how you doing, buddy? Yeah, Jersey, I watched you for a while there. Two bluegills. Got like, I don't know, probably about 25, 20, probably about 20 bluegills yesterday. Yesterday was my bait run for Thursday. Yeah, I came down here because I lost my rod holder when I fished pork chop. Came down and there she sat. Not where I left it either. So somebody else must have found it and set it there. And it's one of these good ones too, with a Rippin' Lips rod holder, the heavy duty one. So yeah, I was glad to get it back. Jersey, I think you need to try a different time. Maybe go out like now, towards evening before you go to bed. Fish, fish like maybe 4 o'clock to 4 to 7 or something. Or even try fishing maybe before you go to work. I don't know. Think you go in at what, like 6? You have to get up real early and go. Or maybe try a different spot. If there's other spots you could try, further on down the lake. Or does that lake have like an inlet or an outlet or a dam or anything? Just try some different spots. Or if there's like a creek coming into it. Yeah, well, those dead 2 weeks, you got to figure out where they're going. That's why you got to try different spots for those 2 weeks that are dead. Make a pattern, figure out where they're at. Right now, I got a chunk of bluegill on cut bait. I'd like to get myself a 10-pound plus channel cat, or even a flathead. I mean, there are flatheads in here too. Not as many as there is down south, but there's still a few up through here. So I'd be happy with either one, flathead or a big channel. But like I said, I think that heat wave got them all on spawn, the big ones. So it's just kind of like a test run to see if I can get one, if they're still on spawn or not. Our spawn usually is in July. Early this year, but it got hot early this year. So we were in the 90s last month for like 3 or 4 days, and then the 80s, which normally we're not. I got the water warmer quicker. Well, instead of the spawn starting July 1st, I think it started around here June 1st. All right, order you up your dinner. Should order some Polish food, some halushki, and some kibasi, and some pierogies. But yeah, you can't beat the day though. If there was no breeze, it would kind of suck, but we got a nice breeze going on here today. And I'm kind of sitting at the edge of the shade. There's a little bit of sun, where I'm at, but it's mostly shade. But I got the bluegill with me, and I got a chunk of salmon with me. So I'll try this bluegill for a little while. If that don't work, then maybe I'll throw a chunk of salmon on and see what that does, if anything. Honestly, the bigger channel cats, 10-pound plus, I usually get them on the salmon. So we'll see. Yeah, maybe try a chunk of salmon. I didn't see any chicken in the bag. I think the chicken's gone. Fracture fix, that's the good stuff. That's the good stuff to eat right there.
What?
Pierogies, kibasi, butter fried onions.
How about Holisky?
Yeah, halushki.
Yum.
Onions kill me anymore though. I don't know why. I get like terrible, terrible heartburn when I eat onions anymore. And I like onions. That's the worst part about it all. So I guess I eat them just to torture myself. Did you put on salmon or chicken? Oh, there was some left. All right. The chicken probably smells like salmon and bluegill. They're all mixed together in that bag. Yeah, she's down to my right fishing. She's actually in the same spot that I was at when I fished pork chop, and I'm up here to the left more. So well, they brought down one rod each because we're not going to stay very long. We actually have to stop at the pet store and pick up some rosy reds for her pet alligator snapping turtle. Like the only thing the turtle will eat is fish. Well, yeah, he'll eat pellets too, but he likes the fish better because he gets to hunt the fish. The aquarium he's in is got a few inches of water in the bottom, and there's like a rock he can come up out of the water on the rock. He's just a baby alligator snapping turtle, but he sure likes those rosy red minnows. And he's bit my wife a couple times. Well, that was probably her reeling in her bait and changing it. She's got chicken on now. I'm moving this a little closer. There we go. Yeah, it's her pet. It's an alligator snapping turtle from down south. It's just a baby right now. It's probably almost the size of the palm of your hand. Not quite yet. We got it. It was real small. It was probably not much bigger than a silver dollar. I bet you the fish are doing the fish thing, spawning. That's probably what they're doing. Well, I had to come down here to look for that rod holder, so got lucky. 'Cause here it is. Somebody found it and put it on the path for me. Be nice though to catch a fish while I'm down here. Hey, what time are we fishing till?
1 hour.
What time is it now?
6:26.
7:30.
Well, like by Walmart.
Yeah.
The one I got the.
Yeah, so I'll probably fish for another hour, about 7:30 or so. Then we gotta go get that turtle as minnows. Last year, the guy that she goes noodling with for the regular snapping turtles, he gave me some turtle soup to try. I guess there's like 7 different meats in a turtle. Is that right? 7? And I think 6 of them I like. The 7th one I didn't like. It was kind of chewy, texture like I don't know, maybe like kind of like a clam. I didn't care for that too much. But the other 6 I liked. No, I didn't. Oh, something just came to the surface there. Probably another carp. A lot of carp here. To come down here one of these days and try for carp. Or at least set up a carp rod. A lot of smallmouth bass through here too. A lot of guys go bass fishing. Big tournaments and everything through here. And they also have catfish tournaments here too. All the way down to my right, about a mile down, there's a boat launch. I've made it up here before with my prop boat, but I did it when the water was just a little bit higher. Wow, look at that one jump over there. That was definitely a carp. Next time I'll make some carp bait. We'll give it a shot. Hey Jello, what's up? Yeah, this will be just a short live. Like I said, I'm only going to be on for about another hour. Came down mainly because I left my rod holder behind. I figured, well, if I'm going down there all the way down there to get it, I might as well bring a couple of rods with me. So I brought one rod for myself, and Turtle Lady has a rod down to my right. Yeah, thank you, Fracture Fix. Yeah, yesterday we took out the pontoon boat for the first time this year. Went to it's called Lily Lake. It's a lake 7 miles from where I live. I mostly go there to bait fish. Bluegills, sunnies. They got big like lake shiners in there. A lot of trout. It's stocked with trout by the state. There's pickerel in there, which I've caught pickerel out of there before. Bass. There's muskie in there. Pike. Those I haven't never caught. It was a nice day out. The pontoon worked good. The only problem I had was I broke a transducer mount, and that was the only thing I didn't really have time to fix. But I fixed it today, so it's ready. Oh, okay. That's not a problem. Yeah, the good fishing around here is after this spawn is done. He said this year I don't know. It's going to be weird because, like I said, everything's happening a month earlier than normal. So normal spawn was July 1st, and I think it really started here June 1st. We'll have to see how July pans out. Because usually it's like the last week of July, first week of August, it gets real good. Then August, September, and October is all good. Oh, you're in there now. You could stay away.
To my mom.
She said, "Don't put the camera on me." So, wait, I didn't.
Apparently when I get up, I have a hard time getting up.
Yeah, her back is real bad. She got hurt at work
When I get
because
up,
she works as a certified nurse's aide at a what's that, an old age rehab center, I guess, skilled nursing center, and all it is lifting people, and when your partner, whoever your partner is, if the partner don't help you, and you got to lift it all yourself, that's how you get hurt.
get up out of here.
Jersey, what do you want me to do? Count the bait fish here? I brought like 3 bait fish with me, so there, I beat you already. Would you catch 2 bluegills? I brought 3 with me, so nah, you lost. With the carp are jumping all over here. Yeah, I should say this is where I fished pork chop when I did pork chop 2. So we had pork chop 1, pork chop 2, pork chop 3. So when I did pork chop 2, the movie, that was here. And no, there's not going to be a sequel. I'm done with pork chop. Yes, I did watch that. And don't forget, I was live on there. So I saw it then too. How'd you like that video I sent you, Jersey? I made that music video. Pork chops kissing my 20. Even the song in that was fitting. Kiss my money. Ideas for a bet? What, a side bet?
for pork chop meat.
What was that? Oh, you wrote that?
Yeah,
I'm having a hard time seeing my phone. It's like
yeah.
I'm getting glare right on it. I don't know. Maybe the loser should eat a worm. Yeah, eat a night crawler.
Next week,
The loser could eat a night crawler. Yeah, he probably will. We will bet anything. Take the slack out of your line. There you go. The wind is doing that,
I know.
putting slack in it.
Uh,
That's why I'm using braid. You can keep your mono.
I love mono. Mono,
The wind don't really bother the braid too much.
you're attached to Bobby that rich that comes down here.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah, this is a. Oh no, this is used. Little bait she found. Put in the bucket.
Down
Good. We gonna try that last spot down there?
that part like down.
I gotta see what he said. Oh, I don't see the fracture fix comment. Look for it. Oh, it sees New Jersey fishing manic all over, commenting a billion times. The manic. I missed that comment. I don't know where it is.
Here.
Oh, you found more.
Mhm.
Oh, look at that. It still has gold hook in it. Another one of these. And this one with the hook still in it with the weight. See why they lost it? Look what's on the end of that. Mono. Broken mono. That's why you lose your stuff. Yeah, I read what you wrote. Manic. I told you, my fish are on spawn right now. When my fish come off a spawn, you see a whole different ball game here. We'll see how I do Thursday night. I'm fishing that challenge Thursday night. Me and Turtle Lady. That'll be out on the boat, so I can go and find the fish. Well, I wasn't the one today that went fishing and looked like Ronald McDonald with a fluorescent yellow shirt on and orange or red shorts, whatever they were. I don't fish. It looked like Ronald McDonald fishing. Ronald McDonald. Ah, you ignored me on your whole stream. See, I sit here, I talk to you. I'm nice. Yeah, red. Right, like a clown. All you needed was the size 15 shoes and you would have been made. Well, they were comfortable, the pajamas. It was very comfort. Got to be comfortable when you're fishing. But you don't got to look like Ronald McDonald. And they weren't exactly pajamas. I think the proper term is sleepwear. They were sleepwear. The one rod challenge? No, I came down here because I lost my rod holder when I was doing Pork Chop 2, the movie. Pork Chop 2, Pork Chop 1, and Pork Chop 3. And there's not going to be a sequel. But during Pork Chop 2, I left my rod holder down here, so I came down and looked for it. And sure enough, it was still here. So good thing the fish aren't biting here, or somebody would have took it on me. You gotta look at the positives. You gotta drag it all the way down this way if we get one. Don't worry, I don't think you're gonna get a fish. Chesapeake. There we are. We don't have 1 pound channel cats here, so I can't catch 60 of them. I heard you did good the other day, Chesapeake. I heard you caught a ton of fish. What'd you have, like 60 pounds of channel cats or something? '88. You caught 88 channel cats? What were you using for bait? A cast net? Yeah, well, that's the bay for you. The River Boy's been hitting the blues down there. Isn't that close to where you fish, Chesapeake? Or do you got to be out in the boat to get to the blues? Yeah, I think a lot of the fish that come out of the bay are clean. Cleaner than they would be if they were coming out of the river up here where I'm at. I don't know if you saw that. That was a carp coming up to the top. And maybe the carp took over this spot right now, anyhow. This is like a big mud flat here. Not a whole lot of depth. Probably looking at 3 to 10 feet deep. Mostly 3, 4 foot. Yeah, it's a nice size average. I went down there one time and fished. We launched at Lapidum, and I went down by the train bridge. But mostly I caught, we were bait fishing too. Mostly caught bunch of white perch, bunch of little channel cats. Probably they weren't even a pound. They were probably like half pounders. And I did catch one blue, but it wasn't very big blue. Maybe a 7 pound blue. It looked like my line was moving. It's a fish. It's not a very big one. Just check it quick. Recast it. Try it a little closer. I had to cast it out pretty far. Try it a little closer to the bank this time. Right now I got bluegill on, and Turtle Lady's got chicken on. I got I think she took the last piece of chicken, but I do have some salmon in there too. Some cut salmon. Salmon is what I usually catch my biggest channel cats on. Usually always comes on cut salmon. But bluegill, I've caught big ones on bluegill too. So far, chicken, yeah, I've caught fish on it, but it seems like it's always smaller fish on the chicken. By smaller, in that 4 to 6 pound range, even three to 6 pound range is the chicken fish. Damn River Boys, there he is. Yeah, we came down because I left my rod holder here. Lucky enough, I found it. My good one too. The Rippin' Lips, heavy duty, was still here. Somebody found it and put it on the path coming down here, so I'm glad to get it back. God, I feel like New Jersey fishing maniac sitting here, not getting no fish. Indian. Good old Indian bait. You get any bites down there? I don't know if I should move halfway down, split the difference. If I should move halfway down and split the difference with you. But that's the only spot we didn't try yet. I think I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna move down to my left and get all my stuff together here. Here, I'll show you all this spot a little bit better too. Okay. So that's where I was the other day. Was down in there. Here's where I am now. You can see a lot of people fish here. These are some of their Indian rod holders, right? Kind the Indians used. So, you know, if that was John Parker, he'd pull that stick out and throw it away. They got the little fire here. But they even left bait here. There's a whole jar right there. A whole jar of herring right there. Somebody left. And she's down there fishing. It's a pretty spot. But I'm going to move up here and go get my rod. Try it up here for a little bit. Okay, let's see here. Guess you can see my rod. Cable TV, what's that? What's cable TV? We never had cable TV when I grew up. We had antenna TV. I think we got 5 stations, 5 channels. I never really watched TV growing up. I was always outside doing stuff or fishing or riding a mini bike. When I got older, it was working on my car. We had a lot of cars. First car was a '72 Chevelle. Ooh, I just want another lure here. Check out this lure. That's a nice looking lure. That was laying on the ground here. Look at that, dance like you, Jersey. You gotta do the fish dance, Jersey, like that. Look, they left everything down here. Yeah, I had a few of those Chevelles. I had the '72 as the first one. I had a '69 Chevelle. I had a '64 Chevelle. I had a '74 Chevelle. I had I had a lot of cars. Camaros. I think the oldest Camaro I had was a '75 Camaro, 4-speed stick. Then I had a '77. I had a '79. I had an '82. I had a bunch of Firebirds and Trans Ams. The oldest one of those was a '74 Firebird with the twin scoops. Then I had had a '77. It was a '77 or a '78. My Trans Am, the Smokey and the Bandit Trans Am I had. The only thing was mine wasn't black; it was blue. Then I had a '97 Firebird. That '97, I used to race that quarter mile, all stock, down at New Media. That was like 2014. I had that car. No, I don't think I got any pictures of cars from you. All they got from you is those stupid clips from the, what's that, The Office or whatever that I never watch. Still no bite. We just keep an eye on the time.
7:12.
All right, well, we'll go at 7:30.
We leave at
7:40? All right. Said 7:40. We're here till. As far as Dodge goes, I had a Dodge Swinger, Plymouth Valari. What was that other one? It wasn't a Chrysler Cordoba, but it was the Plymouth version of a Chrysler Cordoba. I forget the name of it. It was made by Plymouth. Oldsmobile, I did have a Cutlass. That was a 82 Cutlass. And I had my share of Monte Carlos. 71 Monte Carlo, 72 Monte Carlo, 74, 76. I think my favorite Monte, though, well, I really liked my 72. But my next favorite one was my 81 Monte with T-tops. That was a good car. I didn't even get into telling you the trucks I had. First truck was a 67 Chevy Stepside with a 327 with a 3-speed on a column. Then I had a 70 GMC that was all jacked up, 4-speed in that, 4-wheel drive. Then I had a 73 that was a 4-door, it was a 1-ton. That was a 4-speed. That was an old railroad truck. Yeah, I've had my share of vehicles. I grew up next door to a garage. So that's where I learned to be a mechanic. And then in the 96, I opened up a garage. And I closed that in 99. I had my own garage for a few years. Boy, this spot's pretty dead, except for carp. Like I said, I see carp jumping everywhere, and there must be a lot of bass here too with all these bass lures I'm finding. I'll definitely have to make a batch of my pack bait and give it a shot here. See, I live about 20 miles south of here is where I live. That's where I'm gonna fish Thursday night. I'm gonna fish down where I live, but I'll be out in the boat. It's deeper water down that way. The channel, the channel's like right around 18 foot deep, and then I got a couple holes down there that go. One hole goes 35 foot deep, all down by the house. Still a nice day. I'd still rather sit here than be stuck home doing something. Although I do need to mow my front lawn. Still nothing? You must be bad luck. I think that was a bass that jumped then. Looks like a deer across the river. Yep, see him? I don't know if you guys can see it, but straight across the river, there's a deer on the other bank. If you look at my rod, it's just to the left of my rod. Straight across the river on the other bank, there's a deer. No, Stan drives a Chevy HHR that gets 25 miles to the gallon. My runaround beater car. And then Stan has a 99 Suburban gas guzzler that pulls the boat. But I bet you Jersey Maniac at one point in time probably had a Plymouth Horizon. He seems like the Horizon type. or possibly a Chevy Chevette. Years ago, though, I did have a Ford Maverick, and I did have a couple of Mustangs. Like I said, there not too many cars I didn't have. Oh, there's another deer now, way to the left, coming out of the woods across the river. So there's two of them I can see right now. You see that other deer? Straight across from me. Yeah, now you can see both of them. Oh, now that one just went in the woods. That's all you see down here along the river is deer tracks everywhere. Well, that depends, damn river. Probably not in this spot. But I think if I had my boat down on Aldred, pound for pound, I could probably keep up with your Chesapeake action or Potomac action. I always do really good at Aldred or even Long Level. I do good. Marietta's hit and miss. I don't know. Long Level's always been good to me. I always do good at Long Level. Because a Marietta is hit and miss. Although the first two flatheads I ever caught was at Marietta. Me and my wife went down and fished. I got a 33, and then she got a 35-pound flathead. And that's how we got hooked on flathead fishing. Was fishing Marietta that one time. Then I've been down there numerous times since and never got another fish over 33 or 35 pounds out of Marietta. I mean, I've even caught Well, my biggest fish in Goldsboro was 28. Marietta's 33. Long level. I think my biggest at long level is 28, but I've caught a lot of them like in that high 20s at long level. Aldred, my biggest is 38. You also got to realize I don't get to get down there that much. That's, you're 125, 150 miles away from me. I've caught flatheads up here, but nothing huge. I mean, the biggest flathead I caught up here is probably 10 pounds so far. Biggest channel up here, 15 pounds. J&J, how you doing? Well, yeah, there's a lot of guys afraid of those rocks. When I launch out of Marietta, but I go up around that ledge and then down. The place I never launched, I never had a boat in at Fallmouth yet. I fished Fallmouth from the shore, but I never put a boat in there. I did put a boat in at Wrightsville launch. That was kind of a mistake. I made it up underneath the bridge, but I ran out of water quick. Yeah, I think that spawn came early too. It's usually like a July thing for spawn. I think those hot days got everything spawning early this year. Even my big channel cats are spawning here. Yeah, the last couple of channel cats I got, their lips were all swollen and purple, and they were all beat up, chunks out of their back by their tail. Move this over a little bit so I can read it better. Oh, if I get a fish, I'm gonna have to move the camera so I can get out of my chair. All right, thanks for the 10-minute warning. This looks like it may be a full skunk. Yeah, it's still nice to get out, skunk or no skunk. Happy I found my rod holder. I don't want to have to replace that. I only have 3 of those that style, and then I got 3 that I made. You know, PA, you're allowed 3 rods of angler, and that doesn't matter if you're bank or boat. So I always fish, you know, with my wife. So we got to have 6 of everything. Yeah, did you see at the tournament, Dam River boys? Actually, my buddy caught it. 13 point something. I don't know, 13.6 channel cat down at Aldred at the tournament 2 days ago. But they fished through that. Hey Lance, they fished through that thunderstorm that night. That was Saturday night tournament. You know, I never fished with crayfish yet, like live ones. I always wanted to rubber band one on a hook and try it. But the last time we were down Marietta, we fished with live hellgrammites. When I was down there with my friend Mark, he wound up catching a nice one. The last time we were at Marietta, he caught a 41 pounder. That one jumped right next to you. Look at that water. That had to have been the carp. Probably only a foot deep right there. We have 5 more minutes. Nope, she's gonna try to get that carp on that chicken. She just cast it on top of its head. Let's see if she got it mad enough to bite a piece of chicken. Oh, it's no hex. It's just all these horny fish spawning it up. Hey, fluff and stuff. I'm only gonna fish probably another couple minutes. About 3 more minutes, and then I'm gonna call it a day. Because we have to get to the pet store to get food for the turtle. No, your connection's not frozen. There's no fish biting. Like I said, I think we're in the middle of spawn here, definitely. You'll all know when our spawn is done, because that's when I'll be turning in some nice fishing trips with a lot of fish. This was more of a mission to see if my rod holder was here. And yep, it was here. Glad I got it back. Two-minute warning. I had to figure out how to do that intro outro stuff on here. They did have a Hogleg made me a intro video to use. I haven't used it yet because I haven't figured out exactly how to do it on StreamYard. Did you wrap it up? All right, I'm gonna wrap it up here. Thanks everybody that came in. Sorry we didn't catch any fish. Now I feel like New Jersey fishing manic. Skunked again. Next time we come down here though, it's gonna bring some carp bait. Somebody better go live, keep this chat going. But I gotta go. All right, thanks again.